my last video, I spoke about digital currency and how I believe it's a trap, but today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, particularly my suspicions about the whole idea of cryptocurrency. So with everything going on with the economy, heading towards a collapse, and inflation, yada yada, everyone is looking to try and be one step ahead financially. And for some people, they might be looking to invest their money into cryptocurrency, thinking that it's a golden opportunity. There are so many videos about cryptocurrency that the whole subject has become very overwhelming for a lot of people. But to put it briefly, for anyone who doesn't know, Bitcoin was the world's first decentralized cryptocurrency. A type of digital asset that uses public key to record, sign and send transactions over the Bitcoin blockchain, all done without the oversight of a central authority. Now, I believe that this was one of the most attractive things about Bitcoin is the fact that it's decentralized, which means that nobody's looming over it. It's supposed to be completely and utterly private, it's anti-authority, but I have always had my suspicions about the idea of cryptocurrency, and one of the main things that makes me suspicious is the fact that the media has promoted it for years. Most of the time I find that when the mainstream media pushes a narrative, you'll find that the opposite is closer to the truth. If we strip it down to the basics, the mainstream media has never had the general public's best interests at heart. We know that. With this in mind, if Bitcoin was a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, would they really be telling everyone about it? If Bitcoin is a fuck you to the establishment and an opportunity to defeat the centralised banking system, why would the media be giving it any publicity? And for the people saying, yeah, but have you seen this? This news article is trying to insult Bitcoin. My answer to that is no publicity is bad publicity. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yolanda Melody. Before I go on, I just want to put out a disclaimer because I do actually have friends who have invested in Bitcoin who do feel like Bitcoin is the answer. This video is in no way meant to insult anyone who believes in Bitcoin and thinks that it's a good thing. I'm going to say this now, I'm not a cryptocurrency expert, but I'm just looking at this from a very logical standpoint and I'm just asking questions. If you are actually very knowledgeable about cryptocurrency, I do encourage you to comment. But watch this video till the end because you might just find something in this video that resonates. So the first question to ask is who created Bitcoin? And it gives a name, Satoshi Nakamoto. But as you read down, you find that this is not an actual real person. This name is a pseudonym. And it reads, Satoshi Nakamoto is a pseudonym for the person or people who helped develop the first Bitcoin software and introduced the concept of cryptocurrency to the world in a 2008 paper. Nakamoto remained active in the creation of Bitcoin and the blockchain until about 2010, but has not been heard from since. For anybody who doesn't know, a pseudonym is a fictitious name, basically completely anonymous. This should ring alarm bells. If you are investing your money into a system that has been created by an anonymous person, this should be a red flag. Another thing to look at is the claim that it's decentralized. Decentralization is the process by which the activities of an organisation, particularly those regarding planning and decision-making, are distributed or delegated away from a central authoritative location or group. So that's a great concept, but where is the guarantee that it's actually decentralized when the creator is anonymous and nowhere to be seen? Is it possible that there could be an ulterior motive behind Bitcoin? If the creator is anonymous, then what's stopping Bitcoin from suddenly changing its structure or disappearing altogether? If you were to lose all of your money in Bitcoin, what do? Who is the person that's liable? These are all the questions that run through my mind when I think about cryptocurrency. And if any of these questions can be answered, I do encourage people, again, to comment below. Okay, so there also seems to be a lot of similarities between Bitcoin users and MLM members. I find often that when someone is invested in Bitcoin, they promote the hell out of it. And if you diss Bitcoin by any means, you stand the risk of an internet army coming for you. Which is one of the reasons why I was putting off even the idea of recording this, but hey ho. But I'll just say this now, I don't feel strongly enough about this subject for it to warrant me losing friendships. I've already lost enough friendships over the jab. Let's not fall out about Bitcoin. I'm 100% open to hearing opposing opinions about this because, like I said before, I'm not a Bitcoin expert. Okay, back to the MLM thing. MLMs have always had a preoccupation with bringing in new members, and as I've unpacked in my video about MLMs, the reason for this is that every member is actually an unsuspecting customer. You have to ask the question, if someone is invested in something that is of such high value, why do they want to tell everyone about it? Why do they want everyone to get in on their pot of gold? Well, here you might find the answer. Cryptocurrency gains value if the demand for it is higher than the supply. When a cryptocurrency is useful, people want to own more of it, driving up the demand. In a very basic sense, cryptocurrency is valuable because people value it. It comes from a shared belief, from consensus. If you think about regular currency, e.g. a £20 note, it has a universally accepted value. You can give this to any person in the world and they will accept this as something of value. But when you think about it, it is just a piece of paper. You can't eat it, it can't keep you warm. The piece of paper itself is not actually of any use. The only reason it has any value is that everybody believes that it has value. Similarly, numbers on a screen, e.g. your bank balance, that's literally numbers on a screen, but it holds value because everybody else believes it has value. So in a nutshell, everyone who is invested in cryptocurrency will have the motive to encourage everybody else to believe in cryptocurrency. But I don't actually believe that anyone who is invested in Bitcoin or any crypto has any ill intentions. The idea of a non-traceable, decentralized currency becoming the norm does give back freedom to the people. People have a right to privacy, people have a right to exchange currency without someone watching over their back, as long as they're doing no harm. But my concern is that crypto in of itself is digital. You can't hold it. There is no physical version of it, and while the internet exists and remains up and running, it holds value. But what if something happens to the internet? Or technology? To some, that question might be ridiculous. You know, like, how on earth could anything happen to the internet? Well, we all know that technology is glitchy. We've seen in recent months more and more internet blackouts are happening across the world. Technology is actually very fragile, and for no rhyme or reason, solar activity or a mini natural disaster can occur and poof, there goes a load of information that was held up in the cloud. How many of you have been working on a project on your laptop and suddenly a power cut happens and you've lost all of your work? Maybe your hard drive has just randomly decided one day that it doesn't want to work. E.g. me, that happened to me. It was that devastating that I still haven't accepted that it's actually happened. I literally lost all of my files, all of my videos, all my photos from years ago. Gone. I can barely recall one occasion where a self-checkout station has actually ran smoothly, without any glitches. I feel so sorry for the people in the shops that just have to stand there and do the little swipe thingy, and there's like 10 people trying to do self-checkout and every single one of them is malfunctioning. Anyway, this video may have been the simplest analysis of cryptocurrency that you've ever heard, but sometimes it's good to just strip things down to the basics and look at things objectively. The topic of crypto has become so complex that I think most people don't understand it at all. And more to the point, if something is that complicated to understand, how do you expect the general public to jump on board unless the media gives the go-ahead? Which leads us straight back to the point I made at the beginning of the video. The media is pushing crypto. And before I end this video, I just want to leave you with one last question. Could Bitcoin be a Trojan horse for digital currency to become the only currency? Thank you for watching till the end. As usual, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Love you, bye.